Good. Mr. Engström, then.
Thank you. Plain packaging, taking away flavorings, banning slims, all those measures, fine. They all aim at reducing attractiveness for young people who, to prevent them from starting to smoke. And I mean, that's excellent. Of course, that is the best, cheapest, and most efficient way to reduce smoking if young people don't actually start. So that's fine. But I mean, the Commission is saying it, and everybody else is saying it as well. This is about preventing recruitment of new smokers. For people who already smoke, I mean, if you're an addicted smoker, nobody expects those people to stop smoking simply because the packaging becomes uglier. So this means that no matter how successful these measures will be, it'll take 30 years before we actually see any improvements in public health in the population, because that's about how long it takes before you start dying from smoking. So that's fine, and perhaps we should sharpen those provisions. But I think we also have an obligation to look at what can we do to help current smokers stop smoking. That is the only way to get any improvement in the health of the population in the next 30 years. And on this, I should say also, we have not formalized any green group position. So what I'll be saying is what I think. Now, I'm Swedish. Yeah, you can guess where this is leading. Now, Sweden, if you look at smoking prevalence, the average in Europe, in the EU countries, is 28%. It varies from 40% in Greece down to one single outlier, which is Sweden. Sweden has 13% smoking prevalence. The average in Europe is 28%. The second best country in Europe has 23%. So there is a big difference. And you can see, so what are the effects of this? Well, we have half the smoking prevalence, and we also have half the lung cancer mortality in men over 35. I mean, smoking kills. Swedes smoke less, fewer Swedes die. That's a very, very straightforward thing. And if you look at well, here are other statistics as well, comparing Sweden to other countries. Lowest in lung cancer mortality, lowest in mouth cancer mortality. I mean, getting people off cigarettes more or less by any means is really, really helpful to public health. And with this background, I find it very, very frustrating that the Commission seems to have first decided to ban snus, then it's very, very selectively reading the scientific reports and quoting very selectively to gain support for that. But I think that this is wrong, because, I mean, after all, 700,000 people die every year in Europe from smoking-induced diseases. If the rest of Europe, outside Sweden, could get down to the Swedish levels, that would be half. We would have saved 350,000 lives a year. And I think a public health benefit like that, then we really must discuss this, looking at the science in an unprejudiced way. I mean, everybody agrees that the best thing is not to use any form of nicotine or tobacco at all. Everybody agrees that. But snus is between 90 and 99% less dangerous than cigarette smoking. And experience from Sweden shows that a lot of people, my wife included, have stopped thanks to using snus. Other people, myself included, have reduced their smoking drastically thanks to using snus. And I think it's unfair to deny citizens of all the other 26 countries this possibility, because if you can stop smoking, that will improve your health. So I would suggest that we leave this to the member states, because, yes, I agree with the point that the Commission is making, that although we know that it is very good in Sweden, we can't be 100% sure how it would work in different cultures. I mean, snus has been around for 200 years in Sweden. It's well known, it's well understood. I mean, in Greece and Portugal, it's not well known and understood. So I think there is a good case for letting the national governments, the national health authorities make this decision. But, I mean, when you compare culturally similar, if you compare Sweden on the one hand to Denmark and Finland on the other hand, we have half the smoking rate. No, I would ask, is there anybody who can suggest that there is any other major factor than the availability of snus in Sweden? And just to conclude, the Commission says that if all these proposals go through and if everything works as expected, it's expected to reduce smoking by 2%. Well, again, if we could come down to the Swedish level, we would have reduced the average by 15%. Surely this is worth looking into. Thank you.
Thank you. That's very eloquent. Now, I just want to complete the round of shadows. I must remind